independent judge has rejected former US President Donald Trump's legal attempt to hide his tax returns from Congress. Mr. Trump said the effort by the Democratic-led House of Representatives was politically motivated. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres has called for new rules covering the use of autonomous weapons as Geneva talks start. The president of the talks called for vital decisions to be taken this week. Saudi Arabia said it is ready to normalize relations with Israel based on the 2002 Arab Initiative proposal for peace. The kingdom's representative to the UN said Riyadh is committed to the Arab Initiative for Peace, which calls for the establishment of an independent Palestinian state with East Jerusalem. United Arab Emirates threatened Tuesday to scrap its mega purchase of US F-35 fighter jets. The UAE officials said that there are discussions to address mutual defense security conditions for the acquisition. Muslims in India have opposed the decision of Haryana state's prayer ban in open space in Gurugram. India's largest socio-religious Muslim organization, Jamiat-e-Ulema-e-Hind, said that administration is punishing law-abiding Muslims. Pakistan has provided more humanitarian assistance comprising of basic food items to Afghanistan. 7 more trucks loaded with medicines, blankets and edible items were handed over to Afghan authorities at the Torkham border. A teenager in Madhya Pradesh state of India allegedly died after accidentally hanging himself while shooting an Instagram reel. The police seized Aditya's phone and his friends admitted that the deceased was indeed shooting a fake video. A woman in Thailand allegedly blew up the oil warehouse where she worked after getting stressed out by the boss. The fire caused more than $1.2 million worth of damage. An Abu Dhabi-bound flight from Mumbai takes off with worker sleeping in cargo compartment. Worker was sent back to Mumbai on the same flight that brought him to UAE. Up next, we have the national updates. Pakistan has reached out to the United States after skipping the Democracy Summit. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi spoke to U.S. Deputy Secretary of State that decision does not mean the country has joined any bloc or has no interest in the bilateral relationship with Washington. Sri Lankan cricketer great Arjuna Ranatunga has penned a letter to colleague and friend Prime Minister Imran Khan in the wake of the horrific lynching of Sri Lankan worker in Sialkot. He expressed the hope that the Premier will be able to teach the few misguided individuals within the Pakistani community to treat everyone with the same respect. Federal Minister for Information and Broadcasting Fawad Chaudhry warns of impending gas crisis in Pakistan. Addressing a post-cabinet press conference, Fawad Chaudhry says gas will not be available in a few years. PPP Chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari on Tuesday invited foreign investors to Pakistan. Bilawal urged them to explore the public-private partnership opportunities in Pakistan. Bilawal said there is immense potential in Sindh, especially Karachi, regarding the public-private partnership. The hearing in the Noor Muqaddam murder and the couple harassment cases will not take place for 1 week. Trial court judge left Lahore in connection with mandatory training. A 3-day Pakistan Learning Festival kicks off at Art Council in Karachi. Over 1,500 students from 150 schools participating in the event.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise, marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.
Up next, we have the health updates. The World Health Organization warns that the coronavirus variant Omicron is spreading at a rate that have not seen with any previous variant. Meanwhile, Pfizer says that COVID-19 pill is about 90% effective in the final analysis. The United States has crossed 800,000 COVID-19 deaths. Nearly 450,000 deaths took place in 2021 despite widespread vaccination campaigns. The vast majority of the deaths have been among the unvaccinated. Up next, we have the updates on science and technology. Nike joined the wave of brands buying into excitement over virtual goods. The sportswear giant announced it has bought Artifact, a company that makes digital sneakers. Instant messaging platform WhatsApp rolled out new feature for voice notes. WhatsApp revealed that the users can now preview their voice messages before sending them. next we have the sports update. Namibian skipper Gerard Simpson has shown interest to play in Pakistan Super League Edition 7. Gerard Simpson writes on Twitter to pick him and he will play for free. Former Indian captain Virat Kohli has decided to withdraw from the upcoming South Africa ODI series. Indian media said Kohli wants to go on a holiday so he could celebrate his daughter's first birthday. International Olympic Committee said that it has no regrets about China being selected to host the 2022 Winter Games. A senior member, Dick Pound, reiterated that IOC's stance that it has no role to play in bringing about political change in any country. Up next, we have the entertainment updates. UNESCO has added Arabic calligraphy to its Intangible Cultural Heritage list. A total of 16 Muslim-majority countries led by Saudi Arabia presented nomination to the UN for the key tradition in Arab and Islamic worlds. Katrina Kaif and Vicky Kaushal made their first public appearance as a married couple in Mumbai. The duo showed off their marital bliss as they waved happily at the fans. British renowned actor Rowan Atkinson has an amazing £10 million car. Mr. Bean's first proper car was an Aston Martin Vintage, which has also appeared in Johnny English Strikes Again and Roan. Up next, we have the business updates. The Asian Development Bank has approved a $200 million loan for the development of an irrigation system in Punjab province of Pakistan. The scheme will provide irrigation water supply to 704,000 hectares of land in several districts. Pakistan's central bank increased the benchmark interest rate by 100 basis points to 9.75%. Decision taken in a bid to counter inflationary pressures, address current account deficit.
Equal justice under law. We haven't yet lived up to that promise marginalized communities across our nation. I'm Faisal Gill. I saw how the color of your skin, so I went to law school because I wanted to fight to make the law work for all, because I wanted to give back, because Black lives matter, because we need to incarcerate less and educate more. Deserves justice.